Welcome to From This Corner. I'm John Ball, your host, and it's fair time. And we're going to talk about the county fair, Newton County Fair, one of the biggest events of the summer. And we've got a fair veteran by the name of Rob Higginbotham here. And Rob, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come visit with us for a few minutes.
I'm glad to be here. It's always a great thing when fair time hits Newton County.
Well, now, let's see. This is the 55th annual fair, and you've been around for 30 of those 55 years, right?
Yes. My first children started showing in 30 years ago this year.
And you love every minute of it. Wouldn't be any place else during the time.
And that's exactly right. Fair time is a great time. We look forward to it. We're doing with our children and grandchildren. It's something that it's just a great time. It's a family atmosphere.
I've said for the last 4 or 5 years, because I've been kind of up close and personal with the fair, that it truly is a family affair. Would you say that's true?
That's true. You're seeing right now, I'm personally seeing 3 generations of families being out there. I'm seeing them from grandparents to their children and now to their grandchildren showing out there. So it truly is a family affair.
Well, we get the opportunity because we're out there, and hey, we want to tell everybody to come by our booth and see us. Say hi. We want to talk to you about what's going on and what's going on in your life and talk about the radio station. But that set aside, just being out at the fair, seeing people that you maybe see monthly, maybe you see occasionally, but now you're with them from Wednesday night on through Saturday night, right?
That's correct. That's what you're called, your fair families. Sometimes there are people that you don't see for a whole year, but it's like a reunion each year.
Yeah, it really is, and it's not just this generation. It's the generation before. It's the grandparents before. Mm-hmm. And, the amazing thing about it, it seems like when you pass the torch from one generation to the next, the grandparents, parents, what have you, have done a really good job, and the kids listen real well because their work ethic is great, and the competition is just wonderful. And what I see is competitors that are through with their division, they run over and help a friend of theirs.
Oh, that's exactly right. You have your 4-H children, and you also have your FFA kids, and those are a group of kids that I'll put above anybody, just for that simple reason is they will go help another participant there with their project if they're having problems, even if that project is what their help's going to beat that child, they still will help and everything. They love to compete, but they love to help each other, and it just instills a great work ethic and just participation.
There's families that spend their vacation time for that week out at the fair. They bring their travel trailers out, they bring their RVs out, and there's always food to be had out there, isn't there?
Oh, it is great. That's the thing about Newton County. We've got usually the food vendors are great. Kind of like you said, people bring their campers, they cook out there, but again, the food vendors are always great. Usually, and the 4-H booths and stuff like that do a great job. And then we're fortunate that Newton County to have the carnival, and so they have a great activity there as well as nightly activities.
Yeah, they really do. And we're going to get to see Sarah 25 this year, right?
Correct. Sarah 25 is usually was my son, Seth, showed for many years. Seth, a lot of people know, has Down syndrome and everything, but he started showing, and his first animal was a pig. That pig was a little hamp pig, and he named it Sarah, and he's had a Sarah ever since. And then we've continued after he was done, we've continued with the grandchildren, and so we are actually showing a little hamp gilt this year again. That's Sarah number 25.
When we say we, who are we talking about specifically?
We're talking about my grandchildren. Kirsten Brugel and Paxton Brugel are showing this year, and Kirsten will be was a senior this last year. She's going to be a freshman in college this next year. Paxton's going to be a freshman in high school.
Okay, and Grandpa's out there most all the time, isn't he?
Grandpa's out there. I'm out there daily with them. They come out. The animals are at our place, and they come out daily and walk them, take care of them, and feed them and stuff like that, and we do the grooming and stuff there.
You know, that's one of the amazing things. If you're kind of a city kid, so to speak, and you've never seen how these animals are groomed, how they're bathed, how they're walked, how they're taken care of, that's almost worth the price of admission in itself, isn't it?
Oh, yes, and everything. I mean, show animals are pampered animals. They, as my wife would say, they're treated better than we are. And everything.
Well, it culminates with the premium sale on Saturday night. KNEO will be live streaming that, and you know what we found is there are a lot of parents, grandparents like to see that live premium sale, but then throughout the year the kids go back and kind of critique themselves to see their own showmanship as they present an animal for someone to look at and then someone to purchase it for them. And they are always so nice and polite, because whoever purchases that animal, and they don't purchase the animal, the money
Correct.
goes to the kids for their next project, they're always very gracious and appreciative of that.
Yes, I mean, the premium sale is something that gives the kids an opportunity to better their projects. If they're trying to do a breeding herd or something like that, it allows them maybe to buy additional breeding stock and improve their herds or flocks. And it also then gives them a chance to go on. A lot of these kids are able to use some of that money and put back for college education.
Oh, yeah, and that's really great. Speaking of going on, you all don't just stop with the Newton County Fair, do you?
No, a lot of the people around here usually will hit the McDonald County Fair. Newton County supports it really well, and usually that happens within a week or two after Newton County. But then a lot of these animals go on to Ozark Empire Fair, which is the 1st of August, and then culminates with State Fair, which usually starts around the 10th of August this year. And we've shown at State Fair probably off and on over the years, probably almost 20 years from my kids, younger kids, showing sheep to hogs to showing the hogs now and everything. And we're registered for State Fair again this year.
Well, now in Newton County, we've been out there when it was pouring down the rain. We've been out there when the wind was started out at 20 miles an hour and gone to 45 or 50 miles an hour. We've been out there when it's hot. We've been out there when it's cold. You got a prediction for the weather for the fair?
If you don't like it 1 hour, it'll change the next.
It absolutely is. We're talking about the Newton County Fair, and it begins on the Wednesday after the 4th of July, which is the easiest way to say that. We've been told that it's going to be open to the public from about noon on Wednesday, and it will go all the way through, culminating on Saturday with the premium auction. But all during that time, there's going to be entertainment. There's going to be a cornhole tournament. There's going to be just all kinds of things. They're mixing it up just a little bit this year from different tradition, but the heart of the kids and the way they prepare their animals all year long is still the same, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I mean, and it starts off immediately on Wednesday. The animals get in place and they go through weigh-ins, and then some of the market shows immediately start, I think, at 6 o'clock on Wednesday night. And so there's always something going at all times to catch, and in the evening there's always either something going on in the arena or, again, like you said, with entertainment out there.
Now, Rob, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. We will see you at the fair, and you've got all kinds of stories over 30 years, so if somebody's interested in learning a little bit about the fair, all they got to do is holler, don't they?
Yes, and like I said, if it's something that people are looking at getting their children involved with, 4-H is one of the number one things. And again, they don't have to be in 4-H to be at the fair. Let's make sure everybody's clear at that. You just have to be a youth in Newton County and to participate.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. Look forward to seeing you at the fair.